Hi, my name's Mike, and I'm going to give you a demo, a basic demo of our JustCamIt video chat encoder that we provide to our live interactive video learning university teachers. This is the encoder that will take your class from your camera system and stream it on the internet to your students. So the best way to get started on this is to actually go to the help file first and go to the user manual here. Let's put it inside the frame. The very first thing to really kind of understand about video streaming itself is to go to the introduction and read the requirements here. The requirements basically are what kind of computer do you need, what kind of bandwidth do you need. We support these operating systems here. We recommend a minimum of a dual core 2 gigahertz computer, but would recommend a quad core computer with as high a speed processor as you can provide, especially if you're using a much higher end camera that is going to do more encoding, a higher quality output. Then we recommend for internet connection here cable, DSL, or T1, and you have to sustain a minimum of 150 kilobaud upload speed. Now, ideally, if you're going to use these are more minimum requirements. If you want to produce a super high quality HD quality stream, you're going to need a very high-end camera. You're going to need a quad-core computer and some good lighting, and you're going to want to use actually a T1 connection to get the highest upload speed you can. So those are important things to think about first before you actually get into figuring out what you're going to do. Now, don't get me wrong. You can broadcast with our system with a minimum of a webcam on a laptop, for instance, a single webcam on a laptop. You can actually, give a stream with that. So it doesn't require a big buy-in cost to get started. But obviously, in conjunction with my previous demo on our multi-cam software, your class presentations can get better and better and better with a little bit of hardware improvement. So that being said, let's get started here on JustCamIt. So the different windows here is our output video window. We have some stats running here on how the stream is going, how much processor you're taking up. It's always good to run JustCamIt as the only thing running on your computer at the time of your broadcast. The frames per second that you have set, and if we're dropping any frames, you will see that here. This window here, the connections, you'll see your students' names and their IP addresses. You'll see the time that they logged in, how much balance they have left on their tuition credits. And then, of course, here in this window, you will see the chats that your students are sending to you, and you can type chats back to them, or you can just respond with an audio response as I'm doing here. So you could see a chat in here, either come to this window and type a chat back, or just respond to what you've read via the window, your camera and microphone. Okay, so now that's the overview of how it works. Let's start by looking under File here. There's a few things we'll talk about a little bit later, how to do snapshots, how to record your video, how to fill out your profile, that sort of thing. The stats, that's one that you might want to know about right away. This is basically telling you what you have your group pay per minute rate set at, what you have your private pay per minute rate set at, and then your net host pay period, when is your pay period, and all this depends on the settings that we have set on the master server. It'll tell you how many group minutes you've done, how many private minutes, how many total minutes, net pay. Basically, it's your accounting system. It's like your page stub here. You're going to see all the different students that have logged in, when they logged off, how long they were in, that sort of thing here. So, very useful. Keep track of your work. Chat log is basically, you can save a log of the chats that are going on over here. It'll ask you for a directory. You can put that in here and the name of your chat log. And that's up to you. You can enable it or disable it right here. So, let's move on to the view here. Now, I already showed you that I'm showing currently what it might look in my broadcast mode based on my current settings, my current CPU settings, my current computer, all the relevant elements of the broadcast. So now, set up video. First thing you want to do to get a camera is you choose your camera device, and if you just go under device right here, it's going to show you the devices that you actually have hooked up to your computer currently, and you can choose one of them. I have an HP cam, and then I have my Sony cam hooked up here, and I'm currently using my Sony cam. It tells you the input type that it's doing here, whether it's composite. This one happens to be S-video. Now you can set your image size here, and that's the image size you're seeing here. You can crop that image depending on if you don't like its specific aspect ratio and that sort of thing. Generally, you set your cam up to point the way you would like it to be. Your basic frame rate settings are really relative, again, to the power of your computer and your bandwidth upload and the quality of your camera, lighting, various things. In general, a good frame rate is just 15 frames per second with a maximum bandwidth of 250, at the most 300. The format setting here, we allow for two different format settings in the broadcast. One is H.264 and the other is the window media mode. Now the H.264 is going to be visible to your students in all browsers that they might have. I mean, it'll be visible in Chrome, in Firefox, and in Windows. If you choose Windows Media Player, it is only going to be visible in Windows, in a IE Internet Explorer browser. The only reason you would choose Windows Media is if you wanted to record your video. Under H.264, if we close this and go back under File, Recording, you can see it's totally blanked out when I'm in H.264 because we cannot record while you're in H.264. But you do get a very high quality output available on all browsers. So that's generally the way you're going to want to do it. If you wanted to actually record your video, you're probably better off using a slightly higher end camera that has a recording capability in the camera itself, like to tape or something, and just record to tape while you broadcast to H.264.